My name is Brianna, and welcome to my reaction commentary channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 6 of Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire from AMC. Now, Episode 5 was one hell of an episode, and I think the best way to convey my thoughts and feelings is to just go down the line of characters. Rashid. I love him. I don't trust him, because I don't know him. But like something tells me that like Rashid is the most powerful person in the room. Like if I were Daniel, I definitely would be asking Rashid a lot more questions because he's hiding something. And also the scene between Louis and Rashid, very adorable. I can ship it. However, Louis doesn't have the best taste in men. Now don't get me wrong, his aesthetic in men is impeccable. I mean, Lestat, Jonah, Daniel, Rashid, top tier men. However, once they get into a relationship with Louis, they seem to get a little overbearing, obsessive, controlling, possessive. So, yeah, I'm looking at Rashid with a side eye. I found the interaction between Louis and Daniel in this episode very revealing. I like that Daniel is willing to take some of Louis' crap, but not all of it. Like, he's definitely like, no, I'm gonna call you out on your inconsistencies. When it comes to the journalistic reporting, I trust Daniel's interpretation the most out of like any other narrator in the show at the time. Claudia is my sweet angel baby who I love and I will protect. She's never done anything wrong a day in her life, besides being a little serial killer. But you know, when you grow up with Louis and Lestat as your dads, yeah, you're gonna be a little off your rocker. It's fine. She's fine. But I gotta give the girl kudos because she has more brain power than Louis and Lestat put together. Louis, my sweet baby. I'm pretty much every other man in the series. I just want to protect Louis. I just want what's best for him. But what's best for Louis is therapy. And finally, that leaves Lestat. And when it comes to him, I have to compartmentalize my emotions. As much as I love him because he's charming and charismatic, for the rest of the season, at the very least, it's gonna be F Lestat. It's going to be, it's on sight. Every time I see Lestat, I have an attitude and I'm not happy. And I feel like Claudia is gonna have the same attitude and approach that I have right now. And that's the magic of like Sam Reed playing this character. It's because despite all the bad, there's still like a part of me that's like, let me hear him out. But wow, with all of that being said, let's jump into episode 6. But before we do that, if you could do me a quick favor, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for post notifications, follow me on all my social media. That way we can skip the chit chat and get straight to the good part.
A few shattered vertebrae, a punctured lung, blind in one eye for 5 weeks, 2 months, was it? I would feel the air against my skin as though I were still falling.
My poor traumatized PTSD babe.
Pain was the proof I was still alive.
Like I said, it's on site with Lestat. I have an attitude every time he's on my screen from now on.
You could fly.
Yes.
Like Superman?
Not like Superman. Superman is a fictional character.
But in the air with a fuck you to Newtonian physics flying.
Absolutely.
He called it the cloud gift.
Hey, Doc, did you know there's a flying vampire apocalypse coming your way?
Most vampires do not possess the cloud gift. With few exceptions, only the most ancient of us have it.
You know he's a vampire, right?
I do not discuss my patients with anyone but the patients themselves.
Respect.
That's the voice of Dr. Fareed Ben Sali.
That is not my voice.
He's the personal physician to the Deputy Prime Minister.
And I am not here.
The vampire Louis de Pontelac.
I love him. He just got here. I love him.
Are you still dreaming about our first meeting, Daniel?
I keep waking up just before you ask me back to your shitty apartment.
I need more history between Louis and Daniel.
Can you fly, Louis?
No. No.
No.
So for 20 years, you lived with the vampire Lestat, and you didn't know he had the flying gift.
The cloud gift. And yes, it was a remarkable bit of restraint he managed.
You were soaring and flying in the first episode.
I suppose He thought if he exposed all his power to me, I would never feel his equal.
Cap,
He
lies.
only beat me the one time, officer. It's not his fault. Classic Stockholm, eh, Doc?
I am not here.
I love him.
Are we the sum of our worst moments?
No, but it's a great measuring stick.
Can we be forgiven if we do not forgive others ourselves?
Louis, you couldn't see out of both your eyes. So until you have perfect vision again, you don't have to worry about the morality of forgiveness.
Lestat had disappeared after that awful night. Vanished out of a profound sense of shame he would later confess to, since Claudia and I were in no mood to receive his apologies. And she dedicated all her energy to my rehabilitation.
Because she's a sweetheart and an angel.
You ready?
This is humiliating.
My poor boy.
We'll try again tomorrow.
But they're both so sweet.
If you ever want to talk about what happened to you while you were gone, you know you can, right?
Uh-huh.
Or you could just tell me his name.
You gonna be my knight in vengeful black?
I am a knight.
Absolutely. Bruce is on my list. He gotta go.
Don't move it.
I didn't.
Save your charity for the needful.
Oh, my heart. Excuse me, Lestat. We were having a moment. Your overbearing nature is showing. And Louis, sweetie, you're gonna fold like a house of cards. Yeah. Nice suit. I don't want to see you.
Claudia, hello. I've been calling quite often. I don't know if the operator is patching me through correctly.
Nobody here wants to talk to you, Lestat.
I bought something from Louis' favorite bookshop. It's a book of hours, extremely rare.
You know that Louis is a bibliophile.
No one here wishes to speak with you.
Well, I know he's upstairs. I can see his silhouette. Perhaps we should let him decide if he wants to see me or not.
How's that for an
That's
answer?
my boy. That's my boy. Bye, Lestat.
Emily Dickinson is not a vampire.
How do you know?
Because she's dead.
How do you know?
So are you.
She got a grave, she got a tombstone.
So do you. But once again, me and Claudia are right here. And then there's Lestat. With more gifts. Ooh, but also, he knew what he was doing wearing this outfit.
Mine's back at home, in blue. I'm back in town permanently.
Were you gone?
Across the river in Algiers. Louis, I don't know what possessed me that night.
3 years ago. That night 3 years ago, he means.
I was someone I don't want to be anymore. I've changed.
Oh, really?
Let me prove it to you. I'm nothing without you. I'm nothing without both of you.
Lies. You threw in Claudia just to sound good, but we see through that.
If you want me to go away, just say so. I'll obey you. I'll live your life forever.
Damn, and that's the moment that Louis cracked. Lestat just got through to him.
The silence is cruel. And you are never cruel, Louis.
I don't care what Lestat's next move is going to work on Louis. Because as soon as he was like, I'll leave your life forever, Louis was like, okay, we can make eye contact. I don't blame you for your anger, Claudia.
And for 6 years, they were greeted with silence or fire. We burned more gifts than bodies in that decade. And Lestat's relentless determination began to crack my considerable armor. But in the spring of 1937, one broke through. He had written it himself in the music of the hour. His first composition in 100 years.
Rashid!
Rashid, please play the song in question for Mr. Malloy and the doctor.
I'm not here.
He had engaged a local record company.
Okay, Sam Reed, you better sing.
He played all the instruments himself.
That's his voice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He pressed only one
Is
album.
that Antoinette on the track?
Had the master.
That's the biggest betrayal of all. It's not like I could forgive all the abuse of last episode, but Antoinette is the nail in the coffin. She's gotta go. She should have been gone.
He had made the near-perfect Valentine with one flaw.
Pathetic.
One perfectly premeditated flaw.
Yeah, because Lestat's out here playing chess with y'all.
6 years of begging. You think a song's gonna get a rise out of me?
It did.
Did you like it?
This her sing?
It's a clear voice. I wanted no obstacle to the lyric.
Damn right.
Write me a song, put your lover's voice on it. What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Who are you thinking?
Louis is soaking wet.
I swim fast and not drive.
What?
Put some clothes on, get the fuck out.
You swim there?
This is my house.
Do I look like I care?
Yeah, Antoinette, get to stepping. Lestat, if you don't stand up for your boy,
Leave.
I'm just saying, we know what side he's on. Yet and still, she gotta go.
You swam the Mississippi to find me.
Yeah, he's down bad.
I hate you.
As you should.
I love you, Dr. Ben Sali.
Pleasure never meeting you, Mr. Malloy.
Okay, Rashid, I saw you walk in front of the sun, okay?
You took Lestat back.
The vampire bond.
Lover, murderer, maker.
A lot,
You took him back.
absolutely.
It's a bond that can never fully be severed. A bond like that makes you believe there are only two of you on the planet. Freedom and chastity wrapped in one person.
But there were three of you.
Yes, there were. And Claudia.
Rule number 4.
Kill Antoinette.
Absolutely. She gotta go.
Antoinette is my own private.
Affair.
She gotta go.
That's rule number 5. I'll be your companion, your sister.
It's not as simple as choosing a new family configuration. Now I'm your cousin, now I'm your aunt. I am your maker.
But not my uncle or my daddy.
Exactly. Boundaries. Now he's gonna cross those boundaries. We're starting somewhere.
Rule number 6.
I know I'm doing this for him. I wouldn't want to confuse.
Same. Me too. I'm only here for Louis.
No lies. And that includes lies of exaggeration and of omission.
Y'all are living in a dream.
If you can fly, tell us you can fly.
Sis. Do you think I'm withholding?
Absolutely.
Go on. Ask your questions. I'll answer them.
Did you have anything to do with Paul's death?
Absolutely. Let's talk about it.
I would never hurt your brother.
It's just something I always...
Never.
I don't believe you. You were willing to hurt Louis? You think that I don't believe that you hurt Paul? We'll come back to that.
Who made you?
His name was Magnus. He kept me for a week, locked in a room full of corpses. My own eyes, staring back at me from rotting faces. For sure I'd be one of them, but instead he turned me into this. No counsel. Just a sweeping end to a pile of money and the sight of him throwing himself into a fire. And then I was alone.
Okay, I believe you're telling the truth there.
I cried. I called to God. But I have a capacity for enduring. It's why I don't particularly like being abandoned.
Louis back in love already.
Kill Antoinette.
Absolutely kill Antoinette. I need to see her body burn, okay? If her head's not on a pike, I'm not happy. I understand that she's also a victim of Lestat and circumstances, but I only have so much grace, and that grace is already being used up on Lestat. So Antoinette, once again, you get the short end of the stick. You gotta go, girl. She gotta go.
Please return to the dark place you came from.
Y'all have been there a very long time.
I love Claudia with all my heart, and I love Lestat with a wounded one.
I'd like to ask a question if that's amenable to you both.
You don't have to ask permission.
Oh, of course I do. This is the new paradigm.
He's still so sassy, though.
Ask the question.
Is it still 4 legs for Louis and 2 legs for Claudia?
I eat what I eat. She eats what she eats. We respect our differences.
Well, it's always made me feel loathsome. Like I'm looked down upon for my body's needs.
I mean, Louis is a little uppity.
Well, you don't actually need it.
See, there it is. It's a air of superiority when you say that.
I agree. I know you don't mean to, but I feel the same.
Why didn't you ever say something?
Well, it's obvious she doesn't want to upset you.
I can speak for myself.
And every night, these feelings arise. It breeds resentment.
I don't want that.
May I propose another rule? When we hunt human.
I mean, Louis, I respect your choice for the animals. However, you gotta get your strength back up.
We are a vampire. We should not. Call me a dog, but an honest
I love
dog.
her. And she meant that.
Think you could try a little harder to get on with him?
Have you asked him the same question?
Of course he has, sweetie.
He hasn't taught me to fly.
It's not something you could teach. You're born with it or you're not.
Another one of his lies.
Hello? We were wondering where you were.
It's his nature to lie.
Claudia?
Lestat.
Wait.
I remember. You like souvenirs?
Is that Antoinette's finger? Did he take off the Antoinette's finger? Thoughtful. I don't trust it still. I need the evidence. A finger is not enough.
If you could just give him an inch.
One sob story about his birth, and you're back to eating from his hands. Magnus could be a sous chef in Switzerland for all we know.
Emo, sincerity and humility. She is a wall. The cliffs of Etretat.
Poor Louis is stuck in the middle of this divided household.
I'm drinking the blood. He ended it with the singer. What are you doing?
I'm enduring.
Absolutely.
Do more.
Louis' cute pajamas, though. I can't.
She's grown very protective of me. That's what this is.
I wonder why.
She came back altered when she left us. There's a darkness in her that wasn't there before.
Give her a little time.
Damn. The coffin scenes, they get me every time.
They both sought out weakness.
I mean, absolutely. They're two sides of the exact same coin.
Changes.
Tell us about your first love, Nikki.
Damn.
Nicholas.
Louis said that you called him Nicky. That's the song you wrote for him.
'Tis.
Do you write songs for all your lovers? I think this one might be better than yours, Louis.
Shots fired.
Does that mean you loved Nikki more than you loved Louis?
Ignore her, Louis. She asks these naughty questions to gain advantage in the game.
I ask these questions because I'm trying to understand you better, Lestat.
And I once again put you in check.
Did Nikki kill himself like your maker Magnus?
Oh, and the music. The minor key. Claudia is ruthless.
Or did you kill him like you did Antoinette and how you tried to do with Louis?
Claudia.
Nicky passed on after he and I parted ways. Took me over a century to try again. Checkmate.
I'm sorry for your losses, Lestat.
Oh, it's you who lost, Claudia. For the many hundredth time. I admire your steadfast pursuit of a game you clearly have no acumen for. I think I'll hunt alone tonight.
I'll come with you.
Thank you. No.
Poor Massa and his pain. It's an honor just to sleep under Massa's roof.
And I know she's talking.
I mean, she definitely is. She's got a lot to say.
You're ugly when you act like that.
True.
Better ugly than blind.
Also true.
She's an affected, self-absorbed, nasty little creature who's fooled herself into thinking she's smarter than she is, and she is poisoning Louis against me.
Lestat, you're projecting, sweetie. Antoinette? Again with her? I knew she wasn't dead. I'm so upset.
That's why I need you.
I don't like her on a personal level. understand that he needs an outlet because Louis has Claudia as an outlet, but this ain't it.
You make me laugh all the time.
Ugh. I'm disgusted.
You should go away, Lestat. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. Well, now that I'm dead, I can be whoever I want.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no place for me other than New Orleans.
In other words, there's no other place for Lestat than with Louis, period.
I seek refuge from complaints when I visit you, dear.
I mean,
I know that, but promises were made.
And promises will be kept.
I am withering here, Lestat. Who's gonna hire a singer who don't sing? Who's a cripple?
No.
oh my, he took your real finger and you were still messing with this man? I mean, Louis was dropped 1,000 feet and he's still messing with him, but...
I didn't mean to make you mad. I love you, Lestat.
Oh, that hurt me, Lestat. The betrayal.
It wasn't shocking. It was perfectly consistent with his nature.
Exactly, he's a little brat.
He'd been told to do something. And brat that he was, didn't like being told what to do.
I'm sorry, Louis. He's the father of lies. And if that's the kind of desperate trash he wants to love, then let him have
I
it.
He
mean,
doesn't love her.
he doesn't.
You heard him say
He
it.
doesn't.
Spit in a sandwich and serve it with a smile. It's only fun if you get to watch him take a bite. Either a town away, done by design.
Yeah,
He wanted us to discover.
absolutely.
But why?
Because he's got problems.
Because he's all kinds of fucked up.
Also that,
Because he would have killed her in a second if he thought I'd take him as he is.
I do believe that.
And I probably will.
And he probably will, yes. Mhm.
So you ain't gonna tell him that you know about it?
There's no point.
What difference would it make?
We gotta get several steps ahead of Lestat. And I'm not talking about like 5 steps, I'm talking like 12 steps ahead of Lestat.
There's a train leaves every night for New York. Take us anywhere we want to go.
Anywhere sounds like nowhere.
Prague, Bucharest,
Funny sounding towns.
ancient towns with more like us living in them. And they can't all be like him. Or him.
Bruce, you're on my list, I'm gonna get you.
Louis.
Yeah, Louis, you're disassociating from your actual experiences right now.
Hardened somehow into a disassociative shell. A vessel of acceptance. This life, it does a number on the head, on the soul. But every night I feel a little crazier.
Y'all make me a little crazier every single episode.
And off to Antoinette.
I'll see you both at dawn.
See, it's little things like that, but yet and still, it's not really counting towards me. It's gonna count towards Louis. It's not gonna count for me.
Train's leaving in an hour. Get off that bench.
I can barely speak French and English. I just hold you back.
Louis, we gotta work on your self-confidence.
When he hurts you again,
And he will.
and he will, come find me. I'll be in.
Prague. Hey, sis. You don't need me. You think you do, but you don't. You're smarter now.
I can't keep doing this. I keep getting so sad.
Dark woods and bridged rivers. She, of all things on the earth, deserved a nice seat and a wide window to watch the countryside blur before the glass. But it was 1939, and the only Negro allowed in first class was the porter. The Negro vampire made do with what was left, which was fine with her.
My poor sweet angel baby.
This is the part of my story back in San Francisco where you said, and I paraphrase, give it to me.
At this point,
Make me a vampire now.
In the eyes of a 20-year-old, you were wasting the gift.
You're in your 20s, Rashid. What do you think?
what do you think, Rashid?
I do not see the waste Mr. Malloy sees.
Yeah, well, he lived in a dump the last time we did this.
I'd give it to you now.
I got a reaction out of
Still
Rashid.
had. Time to watch your daughters marry.
And divorce. And die. Save it for the rent boy.
That was really rude.
May I be excused, Mr. Dulac?
Are you planning on slapping me again, Daniel?
No, he's tired.
No.
I teased the sun that night in Jackson Square. Thought about the walking cane and pile of ash they'd find in the morning.
But wait, hold on. I don't have a good feeling about this. Because Lestat, the control freak, he saw how bad Louis was when Claudia left the first time. I don't feel like there's any way Lestat's gonna let Claudia leave this time. There's something going on. I don't trust it.
Germany's invaded Poland.
It doesn't make sense.
Tanks rolling through the countryside.
Since when do you care about humanity?
Well, I don't. But to think, our sister, impulsive tot that she is, was on her way to holiday in Europe. I'm so glad she decided the better of it.
What? Lestat, what did you do? What did you do to my girl?
Won't be, Louis.
How is this about to go left?
Tickets, please.
What the? Lestat!
You're riding the New York Limited. Next stop, Birmingham, Alabama.
I'm sorry. It's funny to me. But that's because I'm a theater kid.
Claudia.
But Lestat, you're making it very easy for me not to be on your side, Lestat.
You left without saying goodbye. Again. You'd think your creator had earned the courtesy.
You didn't want me. You made me for Louis.
And he needs you now, more than ever. He's in a terrible state.
He said I could go. He picked you over me.
Louis couldn't pick an apple off a tree in his current state.
True. Not the point, though.
Let me go, Lestat.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. Worse than the last time you abandoned him. I love our family. But the rules are no secrets. When I put my mind to it, I can hear the thoughts of other vampires at a very great distance. He thinks of you often.
Lestat, that's just low.
Bruce.
Fucking bastard.
I couldn't agree more. Back in your cage, sweetheart.
Lestat, that's horrible. You're horrible. We know this. You're terrible.
We endure each other for Louis' happiness. So come home and make him happy. I'll turn your bones to dust.
So, Lestat, you want to guarantee that Claudia murders you? You said, yeah, I'm not going to just disrespect you. I'm going to drag you. And then drag you back to this household that you don't want to be in.
I think the vampire made him a slave. And he would be a slave no more than I would. And so he killed him. Killed him before he knew all the things he could have known. And now he's gone and made us slaves to him.
Stonewalling again. You've become quite predictable, my sister disappointment.
We're not slaves.
These nicknames.
We have no more use for him. And he causes us misery with no horizon.
Points are being made.
You're going to pout and mimic me until I grow empathetic. Is that your strategy tonight?
Lestat, your ego will be your downfall. Because you can't see past yourself.
I see the trap.
I don't like what you're feeling right now. You cannot kill.
I love you, Louis.
If you love me, then listen to me. I beg you.
If you're going to beat Lestat, you have to become Lestat. You have to
Absolutely.
think like he does. And then 5 moves ahead of that.
Girl, 12 moves ahead. Claudia's already made up her mind, Louis. Now you just gotta pick which side you're on.
Not moving my rook. Knight takes the bishop.
I'm going to kill him.
That's a statement. A fact. With a period at the end.
Check.
That chord.
And I want to tell you something. A secret of all secrets between you and me.
Now you're giving up bishops and knights for pawns.
Lestat, Claudia is the Queen's Gambit, okay? Don't mess with my daughter.
Wait,
Now, do you see it?
no, that can't be.
The secret is, Louis,
Queen.
you want to kill him too. And you will enjoy doing it.
You have won.
I'm tired.
I finished the game.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Move your pawn, finish the game.
Good night, Lestat. Good night, Louis.
She was right.
Spoiled, selfish, thankless, repellent, unkind, loyal to the core!
And Louis just wants to listen to his fireside chat during World War II. Let Louis live.
We were going to kill Lestat.
Oh, Daniel, sweetie.
Rashid, are you awake?
I can be.
What kind of answer is that, Rashid?
I think the medication has overwhelmed our boy.
Again with the our boy.
I would gladly wake him.
No, we can pick it up again tomorrow. But fetch a cover, would you? Let him be warm with his dreaming.
Oh, Daniel, you little cutie. So cute.
What's in the bag?
Oh, he's so cute. Baby Daniel.
Work. My work's in the back.
Is it a gun? Are you an assassin? I did a terrible thing once. It wouldn't surprise me.
Damn, Louis got good game.
Journalist mostly, so.
Do you have money tonight, Danny? Get the boy whatever you want.
The boy.
Louis de Pointe de Lac. That's an interesting name.
Louis of Pointe du Lac Plantation. All that remains is a name.
Ah, that's the accent.
I have an accent?
I have a slight sharpness of the consonants, that's all.
An observant journalist.
I can't ship Louis with another person.
Hey, you know, I could interview you. You feel me?
I do feel you.
Okay.
You see, I get him on tape, and then I write him up.
You didn't come here for that. I know you're struggling, Danny.
It's Daniel.
I have a room over on Dificedero, not too far a walk.
You a narc?
I'm a vampire.
Oh my gosh, Louis' little scrunchy nose smile. I can't.
I want to interview you.
Sounds fun.
I mean, if something happens, you know, I'm cool, but yeah,
Daniel's down.
I really want to interview you.
Take it as it comes. That okay with you? Would you like to join us?
Rashid?
No. You go ahead. Have your fun.
Daniel, I'm right there with you, my guy. I feel you right now. Rashid! My mysterious little weirdo. What is up with you, Rashid? You got a lot of explaining to do. Rashid, sweetie, who and or what are you? What do you have going on? Like, I'm not even sure the right questions to ask, but I know that Rashid has the answer. All the men in Louis' life are like obsessed with him, and I don't blame any of them because Louis is an adorable sweetheart. Every time Lestat's on the screen, like, I can't help but laugh. I can't help but smile, which makes him such like a dangerous predator, which also makes him such a good villain for right now. Claudia, my love, I'm so proud of you and I want to nurture your ambitious spirit, but sweetie, you can't fight all of Louis' battles for him. And with all of that being said, next episode is our final episode of the season. Thank you so much for spending time making it through this episode, especially episode 5 with me. Please, on your way out, if you can like, subscribe, ring that bell for post notifications, follow me on all my social media. That way I can see you next time with another one. Bye, y'all.